Hello. Welcome to day 11. Day 11, almost done of our adventure through outer space through yarn. Um, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so the bag is maybe a blue, but let's pull out the yarn. Pause me if you need to. But ta-da! What is the color today? It is called Little Green Men. Little Green Men. Why? Because I couldn't talk about outer space without talking about, like, some science fiction, which I kind of believe that this is like the science fiction is what our brains come up with when we have want to explain something and we don't have all the facts. And actually, science fiction and like science fiction movies and everything, I think they push us to actually explore outer space and other sciencey things because like we want to find a real explanation, and we're just doing this in the meantime to tell the story. But I love, the iconic little green man. Let me show you this is like a bright green. It's a bright green with some like a deep kind of twilight blue, um which you can I'll show you my inspiration photo. Here we go. This is my inspiration photo of little green man. Uh and here, you kind of get the iconic, like, or maybe zoom in a little. And there is the eyes. They always seem to have like big eyes. They're like either like they could be really tall and skinny or kind of small. And green, like this bright green, is a common color. Why? I'm not really sure. There could be many explanations, but they always seem to have big eyes. And so, let me tell you, like, I found a story, which I'm not gonna like read the whole thing, but it's from Kentucky, so I had to include it. It was in 1955, 11 witnesses from a family and like some people visiting the family in Hopkinsville came into the police station and reported seeing little green men. And it like became a national news, of course, and like let's see, I can show you some of the drawings or something. But these are the kind of people, okay, and I'm familiar with these kind of people in Kentucky who don't necessarily run to the police when they see something like that. So that's why people believe them. They usually just shoot at things. And it sounds like this they did here because small metallic humanoids impervious to bullets was the description. So they'd already shot at these little green men. I could show you the drawing, which is also kind of um iconic. Here, look, there's the drawing. Like some big eyes and some, either, like kind of elf kind of ears or whatever. Yes, it's on history.com. I don't know if this is real. It is in, like, I think it's in the historical record, but whether it actually happened exactly as described, I'm not sure, but it sounds interesting to me. And then I thought about the explanation that they got at the end. They described like a UFO or stuff, and this is all the police report from 1955. Of course, they don't have like a bunch of video or pictures or anything like we do today, but you could use an explanation for like this shape with like the big eyes, a great horned owl. Yeah, so an owl with like the big eye shape. And they're big birds quite often, but owls in general. And if they were reflecting in the nighttime, right, reflecting something greenish, I could see how that might explain like little, seeing little green men. So I thought that was kind of fascinating. But the little green men is iconic. They appear in movies and everything. Sometimes comedy, sometimes hilarious, sometimes very scary movies about outer space. Maybe someday we will actually find, probably, I'm thinking someday, maybe not in my lifetime, but soon after, like evidence of life on other planets. Now, whether that life would be intelligent or not, kind of doubt it's actually going to be shaped like a little green man. But I do find it interesting and so interesting, intriguing that, I hear, remember the little stitch markers that I gave you? That it's like a little UFO, little saucery shaped UFO. And look at the earrings that I bought from one of the vendors here. Look, it's little, like the little head shape. They're kind of like silvery. I love it. So I kind of am intrigued by the story. I don't think that little green men, as we imagine them, actually exist. I do think there is, just because of the odds, there could be intelligent life out there. They may not be intelligent at the same time we are intelligent. And I do also believe that they are so far away that we may not actually meet them. Like we could find evidence of them, or they could find evidence of us someday. And I do believe that life probably exists. I don't know if it's intelligent life on other planets somewhere, and we may find some evidence of that sooner. But I do think it's like there's so many light years away, and we may never be able to travel even close to the speed of light. So that is the limiting factor. That's why we will never actually kind of meet them face to face. But that's just a belief that I have. I mean, the universe is so huge. I think there's definitely got to be some intelligent life out there. I mean, the dinosaurs existed, and because the dinosaurs didn't exist anymore, we came to be eventually. Um, so, look, I finished the Little Green Man. I can't show you that project because it's got more knit on it. But look, this is what I had left of the Little Green Men after, and this is the wedge 11. So I think I'm actually going to be able to finish this. I will still, because it's only a few grams, I will still have, you will see that I have written up some modifications that you can use if you're um running out. But look, this is, and I did all 11 colors, and I had not planned on doing the last color with the sequins, and this is the amount of sequins I had left, and I purposely gave myself a little bit less than everybody else. So yes, your gauge can make you run out where I did not, and so I'm always keeping that in mind. But hey, I'm actually knitting it kind of as intended, and I think I'm gonna actually not run out. And you know what you can use, no matter what you're knitting, whether you're knitting this or something else, use a scale. I got, I have like a bigger scale like this that can measure in grams. I use that mailing things all the time. Um, and I got this little scale at like Harbor Freight. Yeah, it was Harbor Freight. It was cheap. This one can give me grams to 10th of grams. I don't know. It's a little bit more accurate than that bigger one when it might not be perfect, but I can measure like 2.1 grams, 2.2 grams of yarn left. And it really does help me. And this one is small enough that I can actually just stick it in my knitting bag and travel with it if I want. I kind of feel like, you know, this is kind of like the druggy scale. There's many other uses for it, but if you can get something that measures down to the 0.1 of grams, then you can even be more accurate about trying to win at Yarn Chicken. I think I'm gonna win. I think I'm gonna win. So tune in tomorrow to see the finished project and the last color. And in the meantime, I hope if you have any dreams about little green men, they're not scary ones. Bye. See you tomorrow.